Christian leaders, this is Pastor John Richards, and welcome to the Christian Leaders Book Club.
Hey, Christian leaders, I'm Pastor Christopher J. Harris, and I'm your co-host, Christian Leaders Book Club. Happy December, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. And if none of that fits you, maybe this does. Merry Christmas.
Oh, not the Christmas without the T and
Merry
the S.
Merry Christmas.
I love it, man.
A miracle is taking place. We were able to get Pastor John to do this live with us today as he heads towards college football playoff journey. And
yes.
We shall see what the Lord says.
Wow. Well, it's a bye week. We're off. When you win enough games, you get a week off. So I'm off this weekend. I'm just watching other teams play while we're waiting on who we're going to beat. That's what Georgia did.
Look at that shade. Look at that shade. My goodness. Wow. Look at that shade. Man, congratulations to you and your team.
Thank you, man. I certainly appreciate it. And listen, Pastor Christopher, I need to tell the audience, if y'all don't know, Pastor Christopher is a preacher, man. I want y'all to go to the Crossover Church in Tampa, Florida, and go check out his sermon from yesterday. You might actually see a picture of him from high school, which makes the entire
being petty today.
Makes the entire sermon worth watching. Okay, it's great. It was a great illustration, but it makes the entire sermon worth watching. All I gotta say is, "Ooh yeah, Jodeci."
Listen to me. Listen, y'all. So I'm in a meeting yesterday. Very serious meeting yesterday. I get this random text from Pastor John. And I said, like I'm so locked in and focused that the text, normally, like we don't say, "Hey man, how you doing today?" We just jump right into the conversation.
We just go in, yeah.
So I'm looking at the text and I'm like, what you talking about, Willis? And then when he explained, "Oh yeah, man, I just finished listening to your sermon," I'm like, oh, he being shady. I got it.
Hey, Maurice over on my stream said that dude is the truth. So he's talking about you, man.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you see in my comments, but that's yeah.
I
for
see
sure.
it there.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I actually had fun preaching that message, man. I had fun. As a preacher, I think some people don't realize this, Pastor John. We're gonna get to the book club in just a second, but I think some people don't realize there are some sermons that you labor over because you want to make sure that you are preaching them in an integrous fashion that is doctrinally sound, that you're conveying the ideas that you want to convey.
Right.
But then there's some sermons, it's so straightforward, you can just have fun. Yeah. And man, I had fun with that one. I had fun preaching that one Sunday.
That's what Luke 2 is, man. And then you did a good job of like a common passage, making it meet people where they are. So good work, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I thought that introduction and everything was really good for that message, man. I was like, man, that's a good way to intro this thing. So kudos to you. Make sure y'all go over to Crossover Church and listen to a sermon from yesterday. I don't really randomly go watch sermons, but I saw a clip and I was like, man, that's my guy. Let me go watch. I'm really selective about who I watch. I ain't just saying that just to say it, but
no, he is. So even that, let me just say that too. So when you said you watched the sermon, I was like, okay. Okay. I was like, so hey y'all, let me be honest though. I gotta be integrous on while we live. Hey, I got nervous, y'all. When he said he went and looked at it, this is coming from a man that has a preaching podcast. He has a preaching podcast for preachers with preachers.
Mm-hmm.
serves at a church that has a premier preacher. So I'm like, and he's a preacher. Don't sleep on it. He's a preacher. He is a preacher. Don't get it twisted. Now I heard your illustration too of coming up and talking to the administration pastor and trying to figure out. Listen, I got you. Listen. So I was nervous. So I said, hey man, we brothers, but if you got any feedback, holla at your boy.
No, man, that's just good talking to each other about sermons. You know, a lot of people be very protective about their messages, but you know, even just hearing that from you just goes to show you a long way that you go to. You make sure that you know the message you're preaching resonate with everybody across the board.
Yeah. Somebody put in the chat. This is it's an aside. Hopefully,
somebody misspelled Georgia. Lou Becker 87684. You misspelled Georgia. It's Georgia. Okay, just wanted to make sure you were aware of that.
I think they're just talking about. Listen, man, you got to focus, bro. I think they're talking about the game tonight, man. The game tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. All I can think about is the Bulldogs. Okay.
You owe that person an apology.
I apologize, Lou, that you didn't misspell Georgia. I know you love Georgia through and through, but I'm going to go with Oklahoma because I hate Alabama.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, bro. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Both teams have some significant players not playing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be a big stage. So we'll see what's going to happen, bro. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So this is the Christian Leaders Book Club, y'all. We are in Pastor John. We need to apologize to the people because we did not get to Super Communicators.
We didn't, not this year, but I think we could still do it in 26 and add that to it.
I'm with it. Let's do it. So, y'all, we are finishing this year up with a book that, quite frankly, earlier this year, we were going to not do it. We were going to do a Call of Audible and change the book up in the middle of the year and do something different. And we said, you know, we're going to stay with it. We're going to stay with the book. We're going to stick with the original plan. And that's what we're doing. We have some challenges with the current platform of the author.
Yeah.
And we're going to switch some things up, but I think we're going to make space to talk about that today. Pastor John, what you think?
I think so. You know, when you called me about it, I gave it a little bit of thought, but then as we processed it, we said, man, this is an opportunity to practice what we preach.
Yeah.
And what we've been saying as part of this book club is there are going to be times where you come across content when you're reading that you not necessarily agree with or espouse everybody's views, specifically political, cultural, whatever it may be. But you still have to read their material in order to better understand where they're coming from or better understand their position on other items. And so that's what we're doing with this particular book, Pastor Christopher, and we decided to go ahead and read it. But let's be honest, we probably should have not read it. And we'll tell you why on that too as well. You want to tell them what book it is, man? I know they're waiting with bated breath to see what book it is that they shouldn't read, but what book is it?
It is The Awe of God. It is The Awe of God. So let's contextually, let's do this first, because we got some people that may be listening to this for the first time. And if you're listening to this platform for the first time, we want to welcome you to the Christian Leaders Book Club. Pastor John and I started this back in 2024. So this is actually the completion of our second full year, man. And God has been faithful. We have a catalog now of content and conversations that I think helps to empower any Christian leader at any level, regardless of title, persuasion, background, all of that, as long as you identify as Christian. So as we walk through this, you can see there on the screen all the books that we've walked through this year. The only book up there that we did not do is the Super Communicators book that we're going to promise you that we're going to circle back to in 2026. I would say that all of the books that we read challenged us this year, even if they challenge us in a way to affirm and confirm what we say we believe. There's a book that we read, see, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So it's September that we do not recommend. We read it. I finished that book, but we do not recommend it. And I'm not even going to say the name, so you can look up there and guess which one you think that is. But today we deal with the awe of God. Today we deal with the awe of God, and it is by John Bevere. Now, let me say on the front end of this is the second book that I've read, along with other videos and some podcasts and some interviews that I've interacted with Pastor John Bevere. I've actually been at a conference and heard him live speak as well. So I came in, the first book that I read that he wrote is called The Bait of Satan. And I would say that it is an awesome book. That is an awesome book that talks about being offended and how not to carry offense in your heart. I came in with the expectation that this book was at least going to be solid.
Yeah.
I came in that it was going to be solid. I did not finish the book.
That makes two of us.
You didn't finish either.
No. And listen, here's the crazy part for you who are listening. If y'all know anything about me and Pastor Christopher, like, we're very structured, organized. We're A to Z on most of everything. Like, if we start something, you better believe we're going to finish it. We're going to tell you we want to do something. We're going to make it happen, right? That's just how we're wired. But we have a different perspective when it comes to reading our books, and we're going to tell you all about that. But both of us, to say that both of us did not finish reading it without even talking to each other, because I was going to be real honestly, like, man, shoot, he finished it and I didn't. I was about to be convicted. But now I'm like, yes, sir. That's why he's my guy.
I didn't finish it, man. And I'll be honest with you, I probably gave it 2 chapters too many.
Yeah.
Or let me put it in the format of the book. I probably gave it 2 weeks too many, because the book is set up in a 6-week format
with 42 chapters.
Yeah, with 42 chapters, 6 weeks, essentially 6 to 7 chapters per week. And here's the other issue. The book came recommended. I had at least 3 or 4 people that were like, I read it and the book was awesome. So now I'm trying them.
I hope they ain't listening.
Oh, I hope they are. Hey, listen, I love y'all, but now this to me is like when a friend of yours recommends a restaurant.
Yep.
Is trash.
No more food recommendations.
And then you like, I can't trust you. I can't trust you.
I get it, man. I agree. And but
so,
whoever those people are, I don't know if they're your friends.
So for biblicists like us, and for bibliophiles like us, and for readers like us, we take book recommendations very seriously.
Yeah.
Very seriously. So they recommended this book. So I came in with expectations. I'll be honest. I came in with expectations. I was significantly underwhelmed.
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely underwhelmed. As I worked my way through the first 4 chapters, I was like, what are we reading next? So I was ready to move on. And that says a lot, because if you're talking about the awe of God, like the reverent fear of God, and that concept, man, that when I look at the title of the book, I'm like, man, this is going to be great. But as I read it, I was like, oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What's happening, Mr. Bevere?
Yeah.
So
the book, in my mind, is a collection without added substance of his sermon transcripts.
That is probably a good assessment.
Yeah.
of what it is. Yeah. I mean, it's probably like a pared downs transcript, but yeah, that that's it. Gatewood, what's up, man? One of my guys, man. One of my favorite leaders in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll check.
we're definitely gonna have 26, and we already have a list for 26 ready to roll. So we're excited about that.
We didn't create the graphic yet, but we'll give y'all a sneak peek today of the books that are on there, so that y'all
Okay.
know. But it's interesting, Pastor John. When I got my book, when I got my physical copy, this was actually an advanced reader copy, right?
Mm,
And one of the questions that we ask each month on the books that we read is, man, who's the target audience, right?
yeah.
Did you know on the advanced reader copy they actually tell you who the target audience is on the back?
I didn't know that. No.
I didn't either. So the
What did it
advanced
say?
Christians seeking solid biblical teaching from a trusted voice.
Hmm. Wait, what? Are you serious? Man, that publisher didn't get that right.
Say why?
I mean, the latter may be right. Trusted biblical voice with the Bait of Satan. I think this book sales and the reviews. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they felt like he was that, but the former part of the sentence, I don't think it was solid. Coming from somebody who's a lifelong preacher and theologian, I don't know who this is for. Still, that's what I'm trying to say.
It was extremely disjointed, elementary.
It was like no connecting points.
There were no connecting points. There were no, yesterday, I was trying to go through and find elements that, okay, what's the positive, right? And I didn't see any positive. I didn't see a chapter or a section that I could recommend and say, okay, yeah, I could see sort of like how a person needs this. So
here's what it is, Pastor Christopher. I got it. I got a cultural reference for it too. You oftentimes when somebody writes a really good book, the publisher pushes them to produce something else on the other side of it. And what they produce on the other side of it falls short of what they produced on the first side of it because they put so much in that first piece that it's like, what do you have that we can put into a book form and just put your name on it? Now, I'm not saying this is what happens here, but I am saying this is what happened here. It's like seeing Coming to America, but then having to watch Coming to America again, whatever the other one was. It's like, okay, but it's not Coming to America.
Yeah.
So you go from Bait of Satan to All of God. And from your perspective, Pastor Chris, because I haven't watched it, like Bait of Satan is great. But this is like, man, where did you pull this stuff from? It has no cohesion. I don't think it has any cohesion from my perspective.
No. And here's the thing, right? He started strong. The illustration of going to this conference, everybody was sort of bewildered. You felt like you discerned it.
Yeah.
They didn't have this healthy fear of God. The pastor gets up and rebukes you in front of everybody else, and all of that stuff, and where your conviction was. So I see, like, you're taking off, but then, bro, it got turbulent right after that. The plane took off, and it got turbulent right after that, because I'm just like, you just let me down. You told me, like, where you were going, but you ain't taking me there.
At that point, I don't want to see where you land. You lost me in the air.
Yeah.
At that point, for sure.
Yeah.
So what we gonna talk about with this book, man? Because you made it through 4 weeks. I've made it through about 3, and we both stopped because we felt like here's one of my principles about reading books. Because both of us have thousands of books, and here's what set me free with my book reading. I don't always have to finish a book.
Nope.
And I shouldn't feel guilty about not finishing a book. This is one of those books. I made this dude 3 weeks. I got the gist of what he was saying. I got a cool story in the beginning about where he went to Brazil. But at that point, I was like, okay, this book club thing is closing the year out. We're going to move on to a new year. So let me ask you this. How would you have approached the awe of God given what scripture says about the reverent awe of God? Would it be a biblical theology, like walking from Genesis to Revelation, talking about the awe of God? Would it be anecdotes and stories and narratives dealing with the awe of God, how people encounter God throughout scripture? What do you think would be the best approach?
That's a great question, man. I think I would have started in creation.
Yeah. Yep.
To talk about
so
the bigness of God.
Yeah.
Right? Yep. Like when you think about the awe of God, what is awe? Awe means to be astounded at something's awesomeness.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Man, if he would have painted a picture of the bigness of God, that let's start with science and to explore the creation.
Yeah.
In the beginning, God created. You can't create nothing if you ain't bigger than it. Come on, man. I just preached myself happy, right? You can't listen. If I create a cake, I'm bigger than the cake.
Here's the problem. This man footnoted what he should have featured. He talked about the granules of sand on the beach. That should have been a feature, not a footnote.
That's a Pastor John tweetable for the book club, y'all. Don't footnote what you need to feature. Somebody tweet that. Good gracious.
Sir. Man, listen to me.
Know what you need to feature. Gee whiz. Hold on, man. I got my journal right here. Let me write that down. My God.
Stupid,
Don't
man.
footnote. You think I'm joking? Don't footnote what you need to feature. Wow. This is in real time, y'all. Don't footnote what you need to feature.
That made me mad, man, because I was like, man, talk about the sand. Like I want to know about how that goes into the awe and the reverent fear of God. Like, what?
Yeah.
Y'all blessed me to say y'all stopped. I always feel guilty. Yes. Don't feel guilty for stopping, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So yeah, maybe so I would have started with how big God is, right? And I think there was an opportunity to talk about the bigness of God. You could have included some specific biblical references about where people encounter this bigness. Like think about the power of God that you cause the sun to stand still while your children are fighting a fight. That's the awe of God, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That the Bible says that the nation of Israel walked over on dry land, not mud. Not
Shoes
mud.
didn't wear out.
Listen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That there was a pillar of cloud by day, a pillar of fire by night. That you would send a big water animal to swallow a man who's in disobedience.
Those things.
That you have a dialogue with Job, who is in the middle of an existential crisis in life. And you ask Job, where were you when I put the boundaries of creation in place? Where were you when I took my hand and scooped out the mountains. Job 38, by the way. Where were you, Job, when I told the water that's enough?
Mm.
Where were you when I put the weight in the clouds? This is what God asked Job.
Right.
I would have spent the whole first section of the book maybe dealing with that.
He didn't spend enough time on it, bro. Like, I had 2 sentences about Elijah and his servant. Bro, are you serious? That text right there, that passage right there shows you the reverent fear, the awe of God. That the servant's eyes had to be open in order to see that there are more for us, more on our side than theirs. Like, he did that in 2 sentences.
Yeah.
Now that tells me you don't have all of what is written in the text. And now you want to just go to anecdotes.
Yeah.
I don't know who it is for. Because if the intended audience says renowned biblical scholar, give biblical content and text, I'm like, yeah, I see the references, but I don't see the walking through of the awe of God from beginning to end. I'm right there with you, man. I would have started in Genesis and like walk through it. Like, obviously there are going to be stories in between, but I'm like, bro, what is this?
Yeah.
I didn't know where he started. I didn't know where he was ending.
Yeah. And then sharing the story of redemption causes us to fall in love with God all over again. It causes me to see God as awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Like inclusive of the entire meta narrative of God fighting for us to be back in relationship with him. And at that point, now you talk about, and this is why we should have a healthy fear of God. By the way, a chapter on unhealthy fear of God. What does that look like? Right?
Where is that?
Yeah.
Where is it? Because people need to know what's not a healthy fear of God in order for them to move into a healthy fear of God.
Yeah.
And it can't just be he showed up at a place and folks were folding their arms and talking. Like, that's one story anecdote, but talk about somebody in their living room or someone come home for somebody and say, here's what an unhealthy fear of God looks like in your personal life, devotionally, etc. None of it. What do you want me to do? That's my question. So man, it was a frustrating read because you see things that could happen, and it goes back to you can't let publishers push you to publish something that is not going to impact the intended audience.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah,
and it may have sold well because people were expecting Bait of Satan 2. I'm serious, man. When you have a hitter like that, folks are going to buy the second thing, expecting the first thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some books in between Bait of Satan and the Awe of God. But to your point,
he had others.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about this though, because our time is getting away from us. So if you want to get the book, y'all can get the book. We're just saying to you, we were not fulfilled in reading it. That it was a cold side of French fries, that it was an overpriced appetizer, that it was a flat soda.
My goodness.
That's what we're telling you.
All those things. All those things. There's nothing worse than all those things. Oh man, imagine getting all that in one trip to a restaurant.
Yeah, imagine getting all that at the same time.
It's bad. That's what this is. That's what this book was.
Let's acknowledge a tension that some believers are navigating today as it relates to why we were going to potentially not do this book.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Some believers, we don't have the luxury of not hearing people's social commentary laced with their gospel preaching.
Mm.
You don't have the luxury.
Mm.
And that is the case for John Bevere. John Bevere has been very loud in his support of certain political ideologies,
Mm.
but has been very quiet on holding some of the people that carry those political ideologies accountable
Mm.
for right living and righteousness.
Mm.
You cannot. So if I say Pastor John is a great leader,
Mm.
and I trumpet that, and I promote that, and I push that,
Mm.
and then Pastor John, if we find out, is an abusive leader.
Right. Right.
His wife
Right.
comes out and does a video. His kids come out and do a video. The people that lead with him at his church do a press conference or a press release.
Mm-hmm.
From an integrity standpoint, I should probably either very clearly articulate what healthy leadership looks like,
Right. Right.
or at the least say, while I love my brother, I do not support this behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor John Bevere has developed schizophrenic prophetic laryngitis.
My goodness. What? Schizophrenic prophetic laryngitis. It's great. A great description. That's why we have attention with him, right? Wow. Wow. Yeah, man. It's real. It's real knowing that people have clay feet, right? Like everybody's human. We cannot excuse one's humanity when they decide they're going to stand on the side of the oppressor in some instances. Like you can't just say, "Oh, this person has clay feet." No, 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 no. There's times when you have to hold people's feet to the fire and let them know that that ain't right and that ain't cool. But there's still this case where you have theological content from those people that you got to figure out, how do I deal with this body of work knowing what they've done publicly or said publicly.
Yep. Yep.
That's been the rub with so many people in recent history, man. Like John MacArthur, different German theologians that we don't really like to talk about, who've written volumes of works on lexicons and dictionaries that people still use.
Yep.
How do you navigate that tension?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It's like our community. So I'm a bridge the gap with folks who are in the Black church or African American church tradition, like wrestling with what to do with folks who you find out are terrible human beings.
Yep.
Like you listen to their music growing up, and you're like, man, can I listen to the song still? Can I like watch the movie still? Like those are things that's like this tension, man. That's just it's real.
I remember what's the actor's name that did House of Cards?
Oh, dang, I know who you're talking about too. I know who you're talking about, and I'm about to find out right now.
Go ahead and look
Because
that
I
up.
see his face.
Yeah.
I see his face too.
All right.
I know the lady's name is Robin. His name is, because I want to call him Frank Underwood. I know that's not his name. Kevin Spacey. That's who it is.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Kevin
Yep.
Spacey. Yep. Yep. So that's a good example. Like House of Cards. Everybody's watching House of Cards.
Yep.
Then things came out about Kevin Spacey. It was like, oh my goodness.
Yep.
What do I do about watching this show?
Well, here's the truth. They pulled the show.
They did. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
They pulled the show. Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
They pulled the show.
Yep.
Okay. There's an element to our country where we've established that this is a standard that we have for our leaders.
Mm.
The concern that I have is that many pastors, in their blind loyalty to what's happening politically and socially, their silence is in essence saying we're okay with that no longer being a standard. And John Bevere is a part of that group of people who are saying that we are now okay with that no longer being a standard. We are okay with lying. We're okay with mistreatment of people, not politics, but just the mistreatment of people. We're okay with there being a lack of decorum. We're okay with chaos. We're okay with mean-spiritedness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's one thing if you advocate that civilly and socially. It's another thing when you use your religious and spiritual influence to advocate that, because now for many people you are sending a message that God is on the side of that no standard.
That's right. It's crazy now that you mentioned it, that it extended to Hollywood but not to DC. Like that moral principle police, all of them would say, yeah, pull the show. Yeah, nobody should be watching Cosby stuff anymore, right? But now we talk about 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is different.
Which is real life.
For the leader of the free world. Like, yeah, you're going from fiction to real life now. And so
House
the standard
is House of Cards is fiction.
Right. Like Underwood is a fictional senator / president. Now we're talking about the real deal. And the standard is different. I think that's what makes people so frustrated, man. Like that just tell me the whole, and I hate to use the word House of Cards, but the whole House of Cards for the moral majority just came tumbling down, bro. Like for real. Like you're no longer the moral majority. That was part of the name.
Yeah.
Now let's throw morality out the door. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But we still decided to read the book.
Grace.
Yes. We still said, you know what? We're still going to read this book despite the fact that we don't agree with our brother in Christ on these issues that we feel are major issues, not minor issues.
Pastor John Bevere, if you're watching this, so if someone from your staff is watching this, we'd love to be on your podcast. We'd love to have a conversation with you, not just about the awe of God, but are you okay with the awe of God hitting 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue? Are you okay with the awe of God hitting every cabinet member, every senator, every representative, especially those who in some way, shape, or form have pimped the church is influence, and we've not said anything about that?
You're talking today, Pastor Christopher. You're talking today. It must be the Christmas spirit. He giving away gifts. That's good stuff, man. And it's so true.
Can I be honest, Pastor John?
Go ahead, man.
I don't get into people's political ideas. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I think That's one of the things that allows America to be who it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Especially from a relational standpoint, let's get in the room and have a dialogue about ideas. Let's embrace the Socratic dialogue method and work through our genesis of ideas together. Let's sit in the room with difference. Let's learn from one another. Let's have empathy. Let's have compassion. Let's hear from each other's perspectives. What I'm not okay with is calling good evil and evil good.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Yeah. Totally agree with that, man. I for the past several decades, I have people on all sides of the spectrum. Matter of fact, I just read an article today in Time that talked about two identical twins. One is a far left Democrat, the other is a far right Republican.
Wow.
One of them, the Democrat was seen on TV. They thought it was him, but it was his brother, and he was like maggot out. And he had to like make a post saying, "That's my identical twin brother." But the article was interesting because he says, despite our differences, we still share the same DNA, which means we have to be respectful in our dialogue, which means when we come home, even though I try to convince them of my position, at the end of the day, that's my brother. I was like, this right here, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Because you got two identical. I'm gonna send it to you. Yeah, it was really good, man. It was really good. They did a good little feature on both of them.
So the priority in that, right, is that the two brothers didn't other each other.
Did not. Nope. Because they couldn't.
They prioritized the relationship, not their political ideas.
That's right. Yeah. Yep.
They acknowledged the imago Dei of another individual.
We share the same stuff.
Yeah, maybe not God's child, but definitely God's creation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
and that's enough.
And that's ooh. And that's enough.
That's enough.
That's another chapter you can include in the Awe of God, the Imago Dei.
That's it, man. That's it. Hey, John Bevere. It's all right, man. We read it. We read some of it. We closed out the book club with a book we did not like, which is, I mean, that's fine. It's like the end of the Avenger movie with Thanos. You think Thanos wins, but the good news is we got a whole nother year. We got another movie coming out, and that's at 26, and we got a whole nother 12 books. And I think these 12 books are going to be Rockstar winners for sure. We had a good planning session last go round, so I think this is a good opportunity, Pastor Christopher.
Yep.
I tried to do one of those pastor transition sentences. You heard me?
You just did.
All right. So so this is a good opportunity for us to talk about 2026 and the book club.
Listen, I'm just gonna rattle them off. We ain't got no picture to show y'all.
No.
January, the Let Them Theory. February, Marriage Be Hard. March, Simply Jesus. April, Love Does. May, Ego is the Enemy. June, Juneteenth. July, The Religion of American Greatness.
Ooh boy.
That's gonna be good.
In July.
Yep. August, we're doing The Common Rule. September, What Has Justice to Do with Righteousness? I'm excited about that one. October, Think Again. November, Surrounded by Idiots. And December, No Cure for Being Human.
So we got some Kev on stage. We got some Charlie Dates. We got some Mel Robbins, best-selling author. We got some
Adam Grant, Paul Miller,
NT Wright. I mean, we hit the spectrum, man, on all things. I think that's a good list, man. So I think folks need to know at least the first couple of books. So Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins is a best-selling book. Robbins, best-selling book. We've heard great things about it. So we want to start the year with that. And then what's February? Marriage Be Hard by Kevin Fredericks, who also known as Kev on Stage, talking about his marriage to Melissa. And so we're going to talk about marriage, talk about relationships. That should be a good opening to the year, first couple of months. For those of you who are joining the book club, Eugene, I know you want to know the next couple of books. Those are the next ones we have. And then we'll have a graphic for all of them published in a little bit here as well.
Yep. If you're watching this, please click the link or whatever platform you're watching this on. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Click the link to join our email list. In the next couple of days, you will be getting an email with the link to all the books, our dates, all the things there. And it's going to be really, 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 really good. So we're looking forward to it. Pastor John, any reflections about this year in a minute or two?
Overall? Yeah, man. So I think this year we had a pretty good set of books. If I had to say which one was my favorites, one of my favorites was going to be It's Okay to Not Be Okay. I thought that was a really, really, really well done book, man. And so we just read that one last month. It's not because it's fresh on my mind. It's because it's something that I think everybody needs to read to be able to process what it looks like to go through loss and sometimes the guilt and the shame associated with it. So if I had to pick the book of the year for the book club out of the 12, it's got to be that one for me.
Yeah, here's my top 3 from this year. My top 3 from this year, and mind you, I haven't finished reading Super Communicators, but I read chapter 1, and I'm in love with it so far. But I got to finish. But my top 3 for this year is It's Okay That You're Not Okay, Healing Leadership Trauma, and The Soul Winning Church.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like it. Man, I thought you were gonna say Up From Nothing. John Hope Bryant don't get no love, huh? I ain't gonna mess with you, man. Oh, that's great.
Can't be misquoted.
Yeah. So we did 12 books. There were 3 that we didn't like. So Up From Nothing by John Hope Bryant, Shepherds for Sale, but we knew we weren't going to like that one. And then kind of a surprise.
We guessed that we weren't going to like it. We guessed.
Yeah.
And then it was confirmed.
Yes, that was confirmed. And then The Awe of God, which was kind of a surprise for bottom 3. So if you did a top 3, I have a bottom 3.
And I would concur with that.
Yeah.
And
the winner of the bottom 3 is John Hope Bryant. He's the winner because he was in my space when he was talking about Black folks' space. And so
let me say this. It's not that we didn't agree with what he was saying, because those other 2 books, we didn't agree with what they were saying.
Yeah.
Right? Or the structure. We did not agree with the book structure. We didn't agree with there was a lot more opportunity that was available before him that he could have dug into and dealt with that was very elementary.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, for
sure.
All right, everybody, this has been the Christian Leaders Book Club for 2025.
We did it, man. Great year, and looking forward to next year. And make sure y'all invite other people to join the list. I know a lot of people at the beginning of the year talk about they want to read more books. This is one way that you can. Like, you got 12 books already laid out for you for the next year, and do it with other people. And come through for our sessions as we do this every month, just to talk about the books, but also create community around it.
Yep, I love it. All right, everybody. Merry Christmas to you. I'm praying that you choose joy. I'm praying that you have the grace to move at the right pace. And I'm praying that you don't allow the chaos of the season to get in you.
That's a good prayer, brother. That's a good prayer. Good stuff. Appreciate y'all. We're going to see y'all in 2026.
2026, here we come. It's going to be good. Bless y'all. Peace.